Hello, everyone. Some funny things are going on, and just the fact that the Mail Online in the UK is publishing this and all this stuff about Ed Snowden, there's some funny things going on. So I'm going to ask you about your perception and how you see all this. And also want to remind people that, this is, all these things are going to pass. But ultimately, we're all going to die. In the next 30 minutes, the next 30 years, no one knows when, but there's some truth to be found. And I'm just going to tell you from my perspective what I know, or what I feel, or what I believe, or what I'm confronting, because I feel some red flags about this, and of course they're being brought up right now like this. How did a high school dropout become entrusted with the government's biggest secrets? And actually, I don't even know if it's okay to be on here on the Mail Online, because got a couple of third-party content kind of things. So I was even at a coffee shop and I was making a video there, and some Japanese song came on and got a little warning about that. So you have to be so careful that everything is your own content. But anyway, I just try this. So he's 29 years old. He started out when he's 23, just a kid, high school dropout. Something's weird about this. And perhaps he was groomed at a young age, given these given these promotions, and it was all sort of planned and programmed, because people have to be desensitized about this surveillance. And so I've been living in Hong Kong for 12 years. And since 9/11, I came over here a few days after 9/11, and I got used to all the having my phone checked and hearing all the clicks and everything. Because I just figured that Bush even said that that's what we're gonna be doing, especially with phone calls, international phone calls. So sometimes I felt like I had to be careful about what I said. But so something is strange about this, and I want to show you what I think here. So he is so young, no credentials, but of course we know kids, they grow up with computers, and they just know how to work them, But he said that he could tap even the president's email if he had his email. That's kind of crazy. So, the NSA is a master of mind control, perception management. Everybody is just being kind of herded into what they want. And I don't think we need to see everything, we need to not see everything as an independent piece, but as a complete whole, like the money, the food, the chemtrails, the DNA, the nanotechnology, the biotechnology, the artificial intelligence, the transhumanism, the singularity, all of that, it's all going together. And it's quite creepy. Okay, so I just want to show you this. So, some funny things happened to him when he first joined the army. Broke his legs, no high school diploma, but he gets a job with the NSA and the CIA. So, isn't this ironic? Each role requires a different application process. Okay, they have medical screening, polygraph interview, drug test, and extensive background and investigation. They determine the person's honesty. Isn't that ironic? You have to be honest to work at the NSA, but then you do illegal, dishonest things. You have to be trustworthy, I guess trustworthy to be sure and tell good lies, reliable, discretion, and unquestioned loyalty to the United States. Interviews with family and colleagues. I don't know, I think they gave him delusions and illusions of grandeur. And even now, you know, they have voice-to-skull technology where they put voices in your head, and they're going to use anyone they want for any purpose they want. He rose through the ranks. Okay, now about the medical check. Look at this, and this is Hong Kong. This is where I live. I don't want them to shine a light on Hong Kong because it's a nice place here. Okay, so he worked as an infrastructure analyst for Booz Allen, and he was even like senior analyst or something. How can this be? Okay, so before telling his employers he needed to take a break for treatment of epilepsy. Did you just suddenly get epilepsy? If he had epilepsy, they knew he would have it when he had the medical check, right? He told his girlfriend he needed to travel for work. And why would he go to Hong Kong? He only worked for this company for 3 months, less than 3 months. He didn't even probably get past his probation. I don't get it. But something's weird. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled, okay? He has needed treatment for epilepsy. Yet, here's Hong Kong police. Hong Kong police wear blue shirts. This is a woman. They're so nice. You can approach them. You can approach them and ask for an address, and they will help you. I even had police help me and a friend one time. We were looking for the cat restaurant. You go in this restaurant, there's a cat restaurant, the cat cafe, and when you go in, they have all these cats there, and they will come and sit on your lap, or they're sitting on the windowsill, and the police walked us there to show us where it was. Can you imagine? I am afraid when I go to the USA. When I go to the airport in the USA, they're shouting and screaming at you, and they have the green prison gloves on, and police are dressed in black, and the SWAT team comes if somebody calls the police. They have tasers. This is, no one knows. See, is your perception being managed? What is your perception of Hong Kong? Well, I hope Hong Kong has a light shined on it right now. I hope no one comes here. I tried to convince everyone in my family to come here and see, because they said, oh my gosh, you know, how can you live there? You're going to be kidnapped or whatever. And this is so wrong. Okay, look. I think it's really tragic that an American has to move to a place that has a reputation for less freedom. A reputation. Reputation means that people have a perception that some place is bad. Less freedom. I can walk at 2 o'clock in the morning alone in many, many areas. I live here fearlessly. The transportation is fantastic. It's clean. It's helpful. It's lovely. There are jobs. I don't know. I've lived outside of the U.S. for 20 years, and I've watched the decline of civility in the U.S. I watched it. Every time I go back there, it's worse. People are rude. And I mean, the reason I say that is because I have direct experience with, and I watched it go down. Okay, so here we are. Medical screening. So how could a person who has epilepsy be in an elite position to have access to all this information and be able to tap people's emails? I don't know, it's in here somewhere where I just read it. But okay, so just want to remind you that, okay, I just typed this in here. This is the page. You can go to Michael Aquino. He's Satanist. He just wrote a new book called Mind War. And if you look online, you can find so many people who have been implanted. They're being electronically harassed. They are well, he's a Satanist. He started his own church of Satan called Temple of Set, and this is common knowledge. He openly speaks about it, and he's in the NSA. So this is not just a arm of the U.S. government that is surveillance, and catching terrorists. There's something really wicked about it. So protect yourself. Get your name written in the book of life and read Revelation and listen and read some things that Jesus Christ said and other books in the Bible, because this is scary. Unless you have faith as a little child that this isn't going to harm you. So, we're not supposed to fear whoever can kill our body, but fear the one who can, who's in charge of, ultimately in charge of your soul. So look at all these, okay, there's 3,880,000. Okay, and I remember watching this a long time ago, and this is really from ages ago on the Oprah show. And he said, yeah, they did kill people. They sacrifice people, and they're connected to Aleister Crowley, who in his book says that killing young boys is it's like a transference of life force. You kill a young boy, and that will result in the most powerful life force, and you get power. All right, so, and it says Michael Aquino. Maybe he's retired now, I don't know, but even in the chaplain's book in the Army, they had to put in there Temple of Set, how to counsel members of the Temple of Set. So we have Anton LaVey, Satanist, and Michael Aquino was part of that, and then he broke off with them. Even Charles Manson is in there. These are like evil people. So you have to search inside of yourself to know the truth. And now there's this war on Christianity, and they have guillotines, and they want to, Christians are like the #1 threat. Evangelistic Christians are the #1 threat to the USA. Good. Love to be opposite of this darkness. Nothing can hurt you. Okay, the dark shadows of mind war of NSA devil worshiper Michael Aquino. And, you know, he's proud of it. Here's a whole thing from Wikipedia. Well, I'm sure you can find something here to satisfy your curiosity about it. There's videos, there's everything. And strange world of NSA mind control, breaking all the rules. There's some people who are really suffering out there from this mind control. Okay, now I just want to show you his new book. Let's see what comes up. Alright, it's got 5 stars. Mind War and over 1 million other books. Okay, never mind. Mind War paper. 2006. Okay, this is real, alright? So don't be naive. And this whole thing with Ed Snowden may be part of the mind war. And I'm going to put a link by a guy from his blog, and he says they may be testing how people react. And no one does anything. If no one does anything, they have to get everyone on board, you know. This is worldwide tyranny. This is after your soul. This is, so be ready. Search, go into the silence deeply and search within yourself, in your heart, what the truth is and who you're going to align with. Is God real? Is Jesus Christ real? Is the Holy Ghost real? You might find out if you look into and listen to and read what is in the Holy Book. Don't know what else to say, but just pray that everyone has faith and can escape all this, because it's pretty crazy. Alright, and if you want to see pictures of him, check it out. Here he is. From PSYOP to Mind War, the psychology of victory. So what are they after? They want everybody to get on the dark side. Look, he even has, like, you know, eyebrows and the widow's peak and the, you know, and here's his new book, Mind War. He's younger here, but on Oprah, she says, what does the army say, you know, about you being, starting your own church of Satan? And he goes, fine. You know, they just think of it as another another religion or whatever. And here he is again. Here is Sammy Davis Jr., Anton LaVey, Church of Satan. It's not cute and funny. They enjoy killing people. They don't care. Alright, what is this? Why is David Icke there? Well, maybe, who knows? You can't love all, trust few. That's what Shakespeare said. Well, now I've already gone on 20 minutes. So search for yourself, okay? What is Sammy Davis Jr. doing with these people? It's dark and light. It's really seems like it's dark and light. Decade of death, secret wars, and genocide in Africa. And you know, nanotechnology and the chemtrails, they're starting to, and synthetic biology, they're starting to, and they want to turn us into robots and cyborgs. So protect yourself. Okay. I'm done for now. Thank you so much for listening to me. God bless you with the truth. And may you find it. I'm putting my trust in the free gift of salvation and forgiveness and grace by Jesus Christ. And I wish I could speak Aramaic, and I wish I could understand the original languages, because I'm sure it's really powerful then, much more powerful. Okay, do you want this guy to lead you, or this guy, or the music in Hollywood, or do you want the love and light of a loving Father in heaven that lives within you? The kingdom of heaven is within you. Oh my gosh. So, oh no. Yeah, and all these like new new like tattoo RFID chips or implanted in your brain. If you don't have those, they won't let you online. And you know how we're all addicted to be online. A lot of people are just going to say, okay, give it to me. I need it, you know. They would never give up their connectivity to they will go along with the new world order, no matter how satanic it is. In fact, check this out. Connectome project, connectome scanner. Connectome meaning, okay, let's connectome brain, human connectome. Let's see what the brain is. The human connectome. Okay, and there's a timeline for this. They want your brain. They want your soul. They don't care. This is totally, totally godless. So, if you want the promise of eternal life from the everlasting Creator, because it's all by faith, because we've never seen Him or we don't know, then you have to go find out and accept that if you want, or be at the mercy of what is being designed for people in the future. I haven't even really looked into all this yet, but alright. Okay, God bless everyone. Bye. Thank you for listening to this even longer video. Wow. I hope something is revealed to you today, and you are blessed and graced with faith. Bye for now.